You might have heard this word voice agent, but have you ever wondered what is it actually, how it works under the hood? So in this video, we will be covering how voice agents works under the hood and generally what an AI voice agent is. If you're new to the channel, this is the part 2 of our course in which we are going from zero to an advanced level in which you can build and sell voice agents. In the first video, we have covered why businesses actually need voice agents. In this part, we'll be covering voice agents and how it works. Now let's get started. So, what is a voice agent? So, voice agent is an AI agent that can speak. Now, you might be wondering what is a agent? What is an AI agent? So that essentially can do these things. First of all, it will be able to take an input like let's suppose any question from user. It will have its mind and it will have instructions aka prompts and it will have knowledge base, and the most important thing is that it will have tools. So think of it as a robot that have mind, that can take inputs in a form of like seeing or hearing instructions, and that can perform stuff with hands and legs, and it can speak. These are the tools. So in this case, the tools might be checking calendar availability, sending an SMS, emailing someone, ending a call, and transferring a call. That's all the tools are that a voice agent might have. And in instructions, we basically have a prompt that is the very essential part of a voice agent that can make and break voice agents. By the way, we will be covering prompts in the next video, so stay tuned. And then we have a knowledge base. Essentially, what it is like the business information, the FAQs, the pricing, location, every single thing that you want the AI agent, your AI employee, know about your business or about your client's business. That's essentially a knowledge base. How to design them, how this everything works, that's in next upcoming videos. So what is an AI agent? An AI agent that can think, that can make decisions, that have its mind, that have some instructions given in a form of prompt, and it have information about a business, about what we do in a form of a knowledge base, it have tools to perform stuff, is an AI agent. So now go back to like an AI agent that can speak. So how exactly it's speaking, right? So that's we are going to cover in this part. So first of all, what happens under the hood is that we have these different layers. So when we speak with AI, let's suppose I say, "Hey, how are you?" It says, "I'm good. What about you?" So what it's doing under the hood? First of all, when I speak to it, is that because it's an input in a form of voice, it goes to a model that convert speech into text, and it should be very accurate that what it's taking, what about the commas, what about the punctuations, and all those things. And then what we essentially do is that convert after converting that into text, we send that to a model that drafts a reply that thinks. So it's basically an AI agent in this step, right? Then we once AI agent gives us the reply, what we do is convert that text back to a speech. So we have text to speech model. So in here we can select different voices like female voice, male voice, older, younger, all these different voices that the platforms like 11 Lab and Vapi provide us. And finally, we get a reply. So if you see all those things, as you can see, we have multiple layers, right? So you might be wondering, like, it will take a lot of time. That's exactly where the latency comes. Doing all those things takes a lot of time. Our goal is to make the response time as much as shorter as possible while being make this overall agent as much as accurate as possible. So now what we have to do is understand this inside a platform that help us create these voice agents. We'll be starting with a platform called Vapi. Head over to Vapi.ai and create your account. The link will be down given in the description. You can essentially go with 11 Labs, Telnex Retail. Most of them are the same. Click on create account, get started. So once you have created your account, you will be in a page like this in which we have a lot of things in the left side. You don't have to worry about anything. So essentially what it is that we have assistants. So these are different AI agents for different purposes, maybe one for inbound, second for outbound, anything, right? Then we have squad. It's basically the team of an AI agents working together, one for inbound, second for outbounds, next for qualification, next for appointment booking, whatever that is, right? You don't have to worry about it. Next, we have tools that we have covered, like transfer to human, book appointment, all those things. We have this tons list of tools. You don't have to worry about it. We'll be covering every single one of them. Then we have phone numbers is essentially where we can create phone numbers. And then we have like outbound where we can provide it a list, a spreadsheet of leads that we have and just start calling them. And then we have voice libraries, these different voice models. By the way, I'll share my favorite voice actors as well. And then we have files essentially where we can provide the knowledge base. And then we have a few more things. The most important thing is the logs. We will see all the calls, recordings, transcripts, everything. You don't have to worry about that as well. And now let's get back to assistant. In here, what you have to do is create new assistant, right? Once you're created, you'll see something like this, right? We have this thing called cost in here, and we got the latency. So it's by default, right? So the thing that I was covering in here is that when a user speak and that speech is converted into text, that's essentially in here. So as you can see, we can select these different models. So in here we can see every single one step latency. So in every single step, how much it time it takes. And then we have model is essentially an AI mind that we are going to use in this step. As I told you, the mind slash model. So that's exactly what it is. As you can see in here, there are like different models from Anthropic, from OpenAI, and much more. And then finally we have voices, which is like these different voice actors that you can use. These are different providers like 11 Labs, Critesia, Deepgram, and essentially what we have to do is like go with 11 Labs, and that's it. So in here, we can see their latency of each step and their collective latency, right? And next thing is the cost. So how much it costs per minute for an AI agent that it will be working for you. So in this case is 0.09, which is super, super cheap as compared to a human. And by the way, you have to only pay when it's working, when it's speaking. So not like a human in which you have to pay it per hour, even if it's not taking calls. That's the best thing about it. So you might be wondering what it is in here. So this is the prompt section that obviously we'll be covering in the next video. And by the way, prompts is the single most important part of voice agents that can make and break voice agents. That's pretty much it about voice agents. So in the next video, we'll be obviously covering prompts. So make sure to subscribe so that you can get notification for upcoming videos, and make sure to like this video because it will give me that motivation to put up enough efforts in next upcoming videos. That's it for this video. Daud Khan signing off.